Can So that was a beautiful revelation by Swamiji himself on who Bhagavan Venkateshwara is, how he manifested, how he came down and manifested. First, Devi Padmavati came, and then Lord Venkateshwara, Bhagavan Venkateshwara himself came down. See, understand, we have the four padas, right? The Kriya Pada, the Yoga Pada, Kriya Pada, Charya Pada, Jnana Pada. All of these four practices, you can, just by practicing it, you can experience Venkateshwara. Can I request all the participants who all understood what and like who is Bhagavan Venkateshwara? Who all got the essence of what Swamiji was sharing? Can I request all the participants to post? You understand, Bhagavan Venkateshwara, he is the one who goes on blessing us with wealth. Having Devi and Devi on his very own chest, the Srivatsa, having Devi Lakshmi on his chest, he blesses us all and showers us all with wealth. Now, what is wealth? Many of us may have this question, right? What is wealth? How can we manifest wealth? How many of you have this question? You feel somewhere that, okay, wealth is some wealth. Many of us may feel that wealth is money. Many of us may feel wealth is a lot of responsibility and whatnot, right? Can I request each of you to post what do you know or understand as wealth? Can I request each of you to post? What is wealth for each and every one of you? Is it just money? Or is it your health? Is it the status of your relationships? Or is it a huge responsibility, a burden on your shoulders? What is wealth for you? Understand, Bhagavan Venkateshwara is the keeper and he showers us all with wealth. He is not just the tall deity that we see in Tirupati or as a deity. He is actually living. Actually, in the Tirupati temple, he landed, he descended, he came down. God, when Devi Padmavati, Devi Lakshmi had incarnated as Padmavati there, and he is there. Let's now understand deeply who is Bhagavan Venkateshwara. What is his symbol? So understand, Swamiji says Venkateshwara is one of the most actually Mahavishnu. Nithyananda, we sincerely apologize to all the participants for the technical glitch. So, as all of us were understanding about who is Bhagavan Venkateshwara, you all need to understand that Bhagavan Venkateshwara is the one who is the most powerful, and he's the most powerful deity of the modern day and the incarnation that happened in Kali Yuga. Mahavishnu came down as Seshadri, and Bhudevi took the birth as Padmavati, and they got married and stayed implanted within the body at least for 200 years and created a beautiful kingdom, blessing the devotees with wealth, health, and all the auspicious things in life. Bhagavan Venkateshwara decided to stand in Tirumala, making himself available to all the devotees. Venkateshwara just became a deity. The very body, how he is standing, he just became an Archavatar. Archavatara means the incarnation in the form of the deity to receive all the prosperity, all the worships in life. Understand very beautifully. It says that Parandhama, Mahavishnu, Bhagavan Venkateshwara, right? Srinivasa, Bhagavan Venkateshwara became Archavatara, standing in Tirumala and grazing the whole world, whole universe, showering the health, wealth, all the spiritual benefits. Venkateshwara has Shri, Devi Mahalakshmi, the goddess of wealth and prosperity within his chest. Very beautifully, it says in the chapter 18.2 in Vaishnava Khanda, Venkatachara Mahatmam Skanda Purana, it says, Shri Venkateshwaram Devam Yah Pashyati Sakrinnaraha Sanaro Mukti Mapnoti Vishnu Sayuja Mapnuya. It says, one who gets the darshan of Lord Shri Venkateshwara even once attains salvation. He shall attain Sayuja with Vishnu. Also, in the Brahmanda Purana, also contains Shri Venkateshwara Sahasranamam, which is the 1008 names of Lord Venkateshwara, which occurs as the conversation between sage Vashishta and sage Narada. Also, the Venkatesha Ashtotara Stotra, the 108 names of Lord Shri Venkatesh. Very beautifully it says. And actually, beautifully there's a verse which says, Kritetu Narasimho Bhutretayam Raghunandana Dwapare Vasudevascha Kalo Venkatanayaka, which means in the Treta Yuga, Lord Narasimha, in the Treta Yuga, Lord Rama, in the Dwapara Yuga, Lord Krishna, and in the Kali Yuga, Lord Venkateshwara are called as the Pratyaksha Devams. Pratyaksha deity means the living deities. And Swamiji says in his own life that how Venkateshwara is the muscle memory for Swamiji. Swamiji says in his own words, I have seen a very strong connection with Venkateshwara. My mother came to know that she was carrying me when she was on a pilgrimage to Venkateshwara Swami temple, Venkateshwara temple in Tirupati. She did the Anga protection, meaning the circumambulation, the circumambulating the temple of rolling on the floor around it. And after that, she vomited. Usually people vomit after the Anga protection. They gave her the prasada, the consecrated food of laddu, which is the fried Indian sweet. And after that also, again, she started vomiting. Then the elder saw the pulse and confirmed that she was carrying. She was pregnant. The first sweet I got is from Venkateshwara. I have a strong feeling connection with Venkateshwara. Swamiji says in so. That is why Swamiji's muscle memory is Venkateshwara. And there are multiple benefits of worshipping Bhagavan Venkateshwara, and there are multiple references to these benefits in the different scriptures as well. Very beautifully, the Vishnu Sahasranamam in the Palashruti, verse 6, it says, Yasaf prapnoti vipulam
Yati pradhanam evacha achalam shreyam apnoti shreya prapnot anuttamam. Very beautifully the meaning goes. He becomes endowed with a great reputation and becomes the foremost amongst the skit and kingdoms. He acquires undiminished wealth in this world and unexcelled prosperity. In other words, the liberation. In other words, the liberation. Bhagavan Venkateshwara bestows all the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, meaning the divine auspicious qualities, and the other one who worships him receives abundance in wealth in all other dimensions of his.
And as all of us will be receiving the Venkateshwara Baba Samadhi Darshan today, in today's Darshan, Bhagavan Venkateshwara, he would actually be manifesting through the Nijavatara Swamiji and the living incarnation of Paramashiva Swamiji. And we will all be receiving the blessings and the initiation to awaken the wealth consciousness in us. Now, what is today's day? Like, as we shared earlier, right? Today is the auspicious day of Vaikunta Ekadashi. But what is the significance of Vaikunta Ekadashi? What is the importance of this day? And what was the beautiful Leela that unfolded for this day to be as significant as it is?
Understand? Swamiji says that, see, whether you want to realize the value of the diamond or you want to beg, both you have to reach the goal. Both you take the responsibility. So even wealth, understand? Even wealth is wealth only. Only if you take the responsibility to make it current. Only when you decide to make the currency current, wealth is manifested. Understand? Yaksha is not Lakshmi. Kubera is not Lakshmi. This whole story, beautiful story of Venkateshwara, borrowing from Kubera for his marriage, an amazing concept. He is making Yaksha into Lakshmi. He is making reserve to reserve. Understand? This is all the act where Bhagavan Venkateshwara takes the loan from Kubera for his marriage. So understand, to reserve. What that is reserve is to be reserved. Understand? He is making the reserve to reserve. Understand? He has no use. If you can't produce current out of it and reach it to the people, it is an amazing truth all of us understand. See, whatever you're having, right? If you're not able to make it current and reach out to the people, this is why you need to see how do we make the currency current. There's a village folk story where Venkateshwara borrows from Kubera for his marriage and he's still paying the debt for it. And Swamiji says, you don't understand. It's an amazing truth. And some Parandhama, who has Lakshmi on his chest, need to borrow wealth from Kubera. It's only one of the important truths revealed. Venkateshwara takes the responsibility to reserve, to reserve. The whole story ends in this one beautiful line. Till the end of Kali Yuga, he'll be paying only the interest. In the end of the Kali Yuga, only in the end of the Kali Yuga, he'll pay the whole capital. If he pays the whole capital, the current will stop. The economy will stop. The whole will become part of the reserve. Life is soon. To understand this, it's actually a very beautiful story.
So the Devas, the significance of Vaikunta Ekadashi is also very tightly linked to this happening. So Vaikunta Ekadashi, as some of us may know, some of us, let's all understand the significance in the history of Vaikunta Ekadashi. So this day is actually one of the important and auspicious day for a devotee of Lord Vishnu, Bhagavan Parandhama. And it is dedicated to Lord Venkateshwara. And on this auspicious day, Bhagavan Venkateshwara assures his devotees liberation in both the inner space and the outer world, the inner and the outer world. And the significance of Vaikunta Ekadashi is mentioned even in the Padma Purana. So there is a beautiful story that unfolds of the history of Vaikunta Ekadashi. The devas, all the devas who are in the Swargaloka, unable to bear the tyranny of Muran, one of the demons, they approached Paramashiva, praying to Paramashiva that after the devas went to Paramashiva, Paramashiva directed them to Lord Vishnu. And so they went to Lord Vishnu. And soon a battle ensued between Lord Vishnu and the demon, Muran. Muran. And the Lord, Bhagavan Vishnu, decided to create a new weapon which is needed to slay this demon, Muran. So in order to take rest and create a new weapon, Bhagavan Vishnu actually retired into a cave called Himavati, which is actually in the Badrikashrama in the Himalayas. So Bhagavan Vishnu went and he was retired there. He was resting there. So during this time, when Muran tried to slay Bhagavan Vishnu, when he was resting, when he was sleeping, the female energy that just emerged from within Lord Vishnu burned the Asura, the demon, into ashes with just one look. And Lord Vishnu, during that time, he opened the gate to Vaikunta, his own abode. It was during this time, Bhagavan Vishnu opened up the door, the gate to Vaikunta, his own abode, for the two demons that, in spite of them being against the Lord, they Bhagavan Vishnu allowed them inside. And they also asked Bhagavan Vishnu. So basically, they also asked Vishnu for a boon that whoever listens to their story and sees the image of Lord Vishnu coming out of the door, like that itself, the door is called Dwar. So the door of Vaikunta is called the Vaikunta Dwar. And by listening to the story of these two demons and looking at the image of Bhagavan Vishnu, you will actually reach Vaikunta as well. And Vaikunta or Vaikuntam, it is actually not just an abode, but it is a state and a space where there is only pure abundance. The Vaikunta Ekadashi, today's day, is the day when Vaikunta Dwaram, the doors to Vaikunta, the gate of Vaikunta are kept open for anybody and everybody to walk in. Anyone who enters the Vaikunta Dwara on this day of Vaikunta Ekadashi, Bhagavan Vishnu blesses us all, and all of us are guaranteed to attain the spiritual abode Vaikunta.
On this day of Vaikunta Ekadashi, Parandhama Mahavishnu ordains a special jewelry on him. Venkateshwara wears a jewel called the Vaidurya on his right chest on the Vaikunta Ekadashi day on the Srivatsam. Vaidurya diamond is at least 1,000-year-old, older than diamond itself. That jewel had come out of the churning of the Milky Ocean, and there is only one piece available to planet Earth, the one which Bhagavan Venkateshwara is known. So on this day of Vaikunta Ekadashi, you literally see on Parandhama's right chest. On the right chest, you'll see that the Vaidurium jewel is being worn. It's actually a very beautiful thing.
Now, if we all see in Hinduism, there are a few deities for wealth, Lakshmi and Kubera. But Bhagavan Venkateshwara also blesses us all with wealth. He blesses us and showers us with wealth. After all, the goddess of wealth, Lakshmi, Sridevi, is sitting on his own chest, right? But all of us may be wondering somewhere that how can I manifest wealth? What is wealth and how can I manifest it? So now let us all look a little bit into this aspect of what is wealth actually and how you can manifest. Actually, if we see, wealth is an extension of us. It is not just your desires that you like you don't actually manifest your desires, you manifest what you believe. So what you believe, what you cognize about wealth, what your thought currents of wealth are, is what you manifest. So let's take a look at some of the different thought currents that many of us have on wealth.
Many times when it comes to especially field of wealth, I always feel like generating wealth is so hard. I'm not born in a wealthy family. I don't have enough wealth to start making more wealth. People think I can generate wealth by doing what I like. And then I'm impractical. I have to give up all my freedoms, right? I need to give up all my freedoms, such as my health, my likes, my relationship, my goals, my dreams, just to make wealth. And even if I generate wealth, some amount of wealth in my life, it does not stay with me and leaves me. And so I have to make a lot of wealth. To make a large wealth, I need to cheat and be corrupted. All of us feel like this, right? When it comes to health, we feel like somehow or other restricting thought currents are there. To add on more, once I'm wealthy, I have bigger problems to attend to and safeguard my wealth. If I become wealthy and successful, I will attract more and more enemies and lose my friendship. We think that, right? The more wealthy you become, the more enemies you have. And you lose relationship with people. Or you start thinking that people will start liking me for the money that I have and not really me. Meaning like people will build friendship with you because you have a huge amount of money, but not actually wants to be in friends with you, want to be in relationships. More wealth is uncontrolled freedom, and that leads to bad habits in lifestyle. Many times we don't want to be wealthy. We don't want to be wealthy looking at some point of at some of the wrong examples.
Now, many of us, we feel stuck with wealth. Like somewhere or the other, we feel that we are stuck in the wealth dimension. But understand, all of these reasons might sound factually correct. All the reasons that we all just went through. It may be factually correct. All the thought currents that we have also may be factually correct. But we need to understand that these are actually not factually correct. It is not factually correct. How many of you are catching this? See, when we understand that the actual reasons as to why we don't manifest wealth is one, our fundamental ideas and understandings about wealth is wrong. Two, our very diagnosis of why we are not manifesting wealth is wrong. And third, that our ideas of wealthy people are wrong. And because of these different ideas, thought currents, beliefs, the different ideas that actually pretty much that is what are the thought currents due to which that we don't manifest wealth. And we start feeling that that wealth is wrong or it is hard to manifest.
To come to an understanding, right now, all of us have different ideologies about wealth. But you need to understand what we know about wealth is not the full definition. What we understand, what is the definitions of wealth we carry, is actually not the true definitions of wealth. So, what is wealth then? As per Wikipedia, wealth is an abundance of valuable financial assets or physical possession which can be converted into a form that can be used for transaction. Or wealth as per Investopedia. Wealth measures the value of all the assets of worth owned by a person, community, company, or country. Wealth is determined by taking the total market value of all physical and intangible assets owned, then subtracting all debt. Essentially, wealth is then the accumulation of scarce resources. Or to give one more example, wealth as per Cambridge Dictionary. A large amount of money or valuable possession that someone has, right? But you need to understand the descriptions we have seen from description which we have of the top 10 websites. All of us just seen from the top 10 websites about wealth, right? Like marking up from Investopedia, essentially wealth is accumulation of scarce resources. This very much of the idea of wealth we all hold in this. which is the source of suffering.
How many of you are catching this? It is the descriptions that we have seen from some or the other. It could be websites, it could be society, whatever. The different descriptions that we have seen from the different sources, that sometimes comes out as our understanding of wealth. And because of that, we manifest wealth the way we manifest.
So what exactly is the definition of wealth? To understand, because you think wealth is a scarce resource, that's the source reason. That is why you're suffering in your life. Because fundamentally we think wealth is a scarce resource. Hinduism very beautifully defined as very beautiful definition in this verse. Swamitra says, wealth as per Hinduism is not just an object or a thing to be achieved. Wealth is an extension of you. It is not the kind of object where you have to earn for it, where you achieve for it. No. Wealth is an extension of you. Anything that adds to you is wealth. The quality of health you enjoy, the state of your relationship, the fulfillment you experience in your career, your mental state, your sense of inner fulfillment, all these measures of the success with which you have created wealth in your life. So to understand, wealth is an extension of you. It is not like an external object. It's not like an external thing where you have to go for it, where you have to achieve it. No. Wealth is an extension of it. It's a part of.
See, actually, wealth, if we look at it, right now we may understand it just as money or currency, but that is in Hinduism. What Hinduism says about wealth is it is not the only money. It is not only the money. Money is wealth. Health is also the wealth. The status of your relationships is also wealth. Everything that you have manifested in your life is wealth. Are each of the participants understanding? You manifest only what you believe, not what you desire. For example, you may be, as we elaborated on some of the different thought currents, right, about wealth. If you have the thought current, okay, wealth is too much responsibility, then naturally what is going to happen? Even if life showers you with wealth, you will not be ready to take it because fundamentally you are not ready to take on that responsibility. But you have the desire, okay, let me get wealth. But you have a contradicting thought of not wanting to take the responsibility for that wealth, resistance towards the responsibility of having that wealth. So naturally you don't manifest. Like this, for every thought current, every belief you have about wealth, you need to look at what is that belief? What is that thought current that stops you from manifesting wealth? Because when we have the wrong cognitions about wealth, then wealth will not manifest how much ever we try. But when you have the right cognitions about wealth, wherever you go, wealth will follow because you are consciousness. Just because you are consciousness, wealth will follow you, and that is wealth consciousness. Are each of the participants understanding? When we just understand the truth that yes, what I believe is what I manifest, not what I desire, then slowly from there you can actually start cognizing what are the right cognitions for wealth. Start cognizing it, building, and you will see how you start manifesting left, right, center, anything you want, not only funds. We saw, right, how wealth is not only money, but it is the health, it is everything.
Understand, Swamiji says that in Hinduism, wealth is not just limited to just money or currency we carry. No. We feel the more number of zeros we carry in a bank balance, we have wealth. But understand, wealth is not just limited to money or currency alone. Money is one wealth. Currency is one type of wealth. The assets that we own are one wealth. being active, alive is one wealth. So understand all four put together is wealth. Money, currency, your assets, and being active. Wealth can be equated to the life energy you express out, to the amount of life energy you pour out. That is only wealth.
I think the participants' understanding where exactly, like what exactly is wealth, and where are we getting stuck in manifesting wealth? Actually, Swamiji beautifully explains how and what, like what wealth is and how you can manifest it. Just by understanding the powerful combination that you manifest your desires, so you manifest your beliefs, you can actually start working on it, building the right combinations about wealth, so you can manifest wealth. And you can awaken the wealth consciousness in you. And that is precisely what all of us will be doing today. As Bhagavan Venkateshwara is going to bless us all and manifest wealth for us all. And if any of the participants have any questions, please feel free to ask any of the participants viewing us on YouTube. Please feel free to post your questions. Actually, Swamiji beautifully explains how wealth is not just the, as we saw, it's not just the money, but Swamiji says wealth is like a utility value. For example, a handkerchief. When you need it, you have it, you use it. But the moment you're completely fine and you don't need it, you keep it aside. Just like that, even wealth. When you need it, just like wealth consciousness when you awaken, when you manifest, like when you need the wealth, it will happen. But when you don't need it, just constantly contributing it to others, sharing with others. When you do that, you will actually start seeing how more and more wealth starts happening in your life. Any questions so far on integrity or even like the different topics with wealth and how wealth is not just the money, but it is also your health, relationships? Any questions? How many of you are cognizant that yes, what I believe is only what I'm manifesting? How many of you, if you just look back, you're able to see that, oh my God, yeah, I may desire for getting $1,000 today, but I strongly believe in me that it is impossible.
Let us now listen from Swamiji himself. What is wealth? What's the true definition of wealth?
I'll give you the last word on abundance. Please understand. Wealth, money, abundance, even though all these words look like they are same or synonymous, it is not. Please understand, money is directly controlled, manipulated by few people who keep that concept alive. When brilliantly, intelligently, few people play with your greed and sell you some concepts and make you work for those ideas, that is money. Money is not abundance. I am not saying for abundance money is not required, but I am saying money itself is not abundance. Please understand. Abundance is overflowing ecstasy confidence in you that you can exist, your existence is joyful, blissful for you and the people around you. Please understand. It may be looking very mystical. I'll explain step by step. But today I wanted to give you the last word on abundance. No beating around the bush. Last word on abundance. Listen. Even that word has nice meaning. Abundance. Bund means bank. Abund means without bank. Dance. Jumping without a bank. Jumping without a bund. Abundance. See, a overflowing excitement, intensity about your existence is wealth. Understand? Overflowing abundance about your existence, which expresses as your health, as the confidence to make whatever you want, as a strength to manifest everything you need, and not attacked, disturbed, destroyed by the so-called social impossibilities put on you. Please listen. Society puts impossibilities on your head so that you can lose the idea, you can lose the purpose, you can lose the goal of your existence. Please understand. Man who remembers his purpose and goal can never be manipulated or controlled. He will always be living in abundance. If you want to enslave somebody, first thing you have to make him forget his goal. Yesterday we were having Ashramites meeting. I was telling, the man who remembers his goal is the wealthiest man in the world. He is the most wealthiest man because continuous remembrance will create an ability to manifest. Some of the basic truths about abundance need to be internalized. Please understand. The real abundance is awakened feeling. That's the essence. Experiencing awakened feeling physically, mentally, in the muscle memory level, biomemory level, and bioenergy level. Experiencing awakening is abundance.
That was a beautiful revelation on what wealth is. Now, when we look at what is wealth consciousness? Wealth consciousness, it actually means making a clear decision to break out of the myths and the mental patterns that impoverish us and draw us again and again and again into the poverty cycle. The different thought currents, like, okay, wealth is a huge responsibility, or wealth makes people arrogant. All of these different thought currents, these myths that again bring us back in the poverty cycle. Breaking free from that is wealth consciousness. And
We need to understand that life can be equated to two things. One, having the ability to achieve what you want in the inner world or the outer world. The second option is getting stuck in both the world. Either this or that. There can be or achieve something inner world, I want to achieve something outer world. No. Either you achieve both success in the inner world or in the outer world, or you get stuck, or you be stuck in both the worlds. So there's only life can be equal to only these two things.
see, wealth itself is not wrong. Wealth means money, health, relationships, all of that, whatever you recognize as wealth, that itself is not wrong. But your concept about wealth, if it is correct and proper, not only it will not be wrong, but it will be right. And if you have at least, like, if you have at the least the goal of creating wealth, you will be creative, you will create that wealth, and your energy will be the channel to like the energy that you have, it will be channeled properly. Now, what are the few basic concepts of wealth? When a man decides to create wealth, he'll not steal, but he will understand that creating wealth, that you will have wealth, the wealth in you, that it will be a great fulfillment. That yes, I live. And your whole energy will be towards the creation, not towards destroying. When you decide to create wealth, you will not be stealing, you will only be creating, creating, creating. So the people who are interested in destroying others or in harassing them, you will actually see how they're completely dull or dead. And in their very consciousness, actually, they are very free. So if you are grabbing from others, if you actually see yourself and even the people around you, if you are grabbing from others without contributing anything, that action or that thought is called sin. Those methods of grabbing or stealing or robbing is wrong. That is the sin. But creating wealth is actually an intrinsic part of the life. And the first priority in life should be moksha, enlightenment. Until that happens, the second priority should be creating. Anything else that you have in life is the third priority.
How if you're understanding this? The first priority in your life should be achieving moksha, liberation, enlightenment. The second priority should be generating wealth, manifesting wealth in you. Only then you can have anything else as a third priority. See, first Swamiji says, we need to remove the guilt about wealth, which we are carrying from our inner space. All of us feel the guiltness. All of us feel the guiltness. Oh, I'm not able to manifest wealth. I'm not able to do it. I work so hard. We carry the guilt in us that I'm not wealthy enough for myself. I'm not able to condemn myself. I'm not able to sustain myself. That guilt, what we carry within ourselves, right? You need to clear that out from your inside. Only then you can awaken the wealth consciousness. Now, the second thing to understand, the expression of life through which the expression of life through you is equivalent to the wealth you create. Not grab, you create. So understand the expression of life through you. The expressions you manifest, the expressions you do, all the expressions you're doing in your life is equivalent to the wealth you are creating. How you are in your life, that directly leads to how much wealth, how you're generating wealth from you.
Now, let us actually diagnose why we are not manifesting wealth. We all have this question, right? But let's actually do a right diagnosis. All of us, everybody, whether it's you, me, anyone around you, we all want manifest wealth. We all want wealth. But we do not increase the life in them, in us, to the level that they want. Like you may, for example, you may want $1 million in a month or in a week. You may want to earn $1,000 in a day. But what is the life, like what is the life that you actually put in that? Wealth can actually be equated to the life energy that you express. It is a straight equation because as of now, a normal man has wealth as the first priority in his life. So if you do not have wealth, then don't blame anybody because you are not expressing the life in you. When you express the life in you, automatically wealth will be generated. Because life energy is not happening in you, you stop manifesting the wealth that you desire.
How many of you are understanding this part? It's actually a very important diagnosis. All of us need to understand. Most of the time, we equate the wealth as if, like, I'm not, even though I work, like, all of us have a question, right? I earn a lot. I work hard. But what is it that is not allowing me? What is it I'm not able to see wealth manifesting? How many of us have this question? All of us have this question, right? What is it that I need to do to generate wealth? I'm doing everything. I'm being active. So why am I still not able to manage? So understand, only when you put your life energy, only when your life energy is happening, you are expressing. Till then, you are not manifesting. Understand? You manifest what you believe. You don't manifest your desires. You manifest your cognitions, what you cognize and perceive as the reality. You manifest that. Understand? We desire so much. Okay. All of us will think, right? I desire that I have a BMW car. I desire that I'm living in a big bungalow. I'm living in a beach house. We desire so much things. But why is it I'm not able to manifest that kind of life? We always ask, right? Let my desires be fulfilled. But you need to understand the formula in which you're manifesting it. Swamiji says over here, you don't manifest what you desire, you manifest what you believe. Because fundamentally within ourselves, we carry a strong cognition within ourselves that, oh, I can't generate wealth. I can't manifest wealth. Wealth is hard work. Wealth is hardship. Wealth is suffering. Because we believe that, because we actually believe it in our life, that is why you manifest. Instead, we change the other way around. If you believe I'm a wealthy person, Venkateshwara, I can manifest anything I want in my life. Use it, that will get manifest. So all matters, understand, all the participants and all the viewers watching us live right now. You need to understand what is it. You need to identify what is it that you believe in your life. What you believe directly manifest that as a reality, not what you desire. So let us look into ourselves. What is it that we are believing? What is it that we carry as beliefs in us? That we need to identify.
You may say, like, for example, many of us, we say, right, I really desire wealth, but deep down, we believe wealthy people are arrogant people, are bad people. They do a lot of wrong things. But if you believe in this, that wealthy people are arrogant, bad, wrong, and they do many things, they exploit others. If you believe in this, then if you have this belief, how are you going to manifest the wealth in your life? Because you believe you don't want to be arrogant, but you want to manifest wealth. And you cognize wealthy people as arrogant. But if you actually cognize the truth, arrogant people will be arrogant whether they have wealth or not. So your perception is the material out of which your reality is made. If you desire wealth, but you believe, you perceive, you cognize that wealthy people are not good people or wealthy people are bad people, and wealth is too much responsibility or it's too much to handle, naturally you will not manifest wealth in your life. We should understand the gap between your desire and your perception. The gap between your desire and your perception is the mental patterns, the incompletions, which are stopping you from actually manifesting the wealth. Are each of the participants understanding? Please feel free to post any questions.
Let us now look back. Look at some common beliefs we carry about wealth. Number one, we believe actually wealthy people are arrogant, bad people. You carry a deep resistance of wealth leading to you will not accumulate wealth. You even accumulate, you will carry guilt of wealth in you. Yes. We feel like wealthy people are arrogant. Yes, selfish people. But you need to understand the truth is arrogance does not come by wealth. We carry a strong belief within ourselves that arrogant people, wealthy people are arrogant in nature. But you need to understand arrogance does not come by wealth. Arrogant people will be arrogant whether they have wealth or not. Arrogance means to give the proper definition. What Swamiji defines as arrogant is behaving as if you are more important than more than others. Arrogant is behaving as if you are more important than or you know more than other people. But we wrongly associate wealth to arrogance. We create a pattern. Understand? Now we see. For example, you see a wealthy person walking in front of you. He's a billionaire. A billionaire is walking in front of you. You'll be like, oh, look at this person. How arrogant he is walking. How arrogant he is behaving. He acts and he knows everything in this world. Right? We carry it at such cognitions. Therefore, we create a strong belief within ourselves. We wrongly associate wealth to arrogance. We strongly believe it. Look at this fellow. He's so wealthy, but how arrogant he's behaving. We start seeing the lens. We start seeing anyone who comes, anyone who's wealthy will naturally be arrogant because you're building that cognition in you. You create a pattern. You start hating wealth as well, the same way we hate arrogance. Because we associate, because we look arrogance and wealth together. Therefore, arrogant people have more wealth. Wealthy people are arrogant in nature. We create this pattern in ourselves. Yes? How many of you understand this?
Now, another common belief that many of us have is that poverty is good. You may see many people suffering in poverty and you feel sorry for them. Or you may also feel that poverty is good because you may get more attention, whatever reason it may be. But if you feel that poverty is good, it is sacred, and at the same time, you also want to be respected, then how will the wealth manifest? Right? Poverty is nothing but not finding a solution for your problem. Poverty is nothing but not finding a solution for your problem. That is poverty consciousness. But when you decide to find a solution for your problem, you start manifesting wealth consciousness. Are all the participants understanding? Any questions any of you have?
Please go ahead.
Just see, actually, you will actually be able to see how these different thought currents, these different beliefs we have, how many of you are able to relate to these different thought currents? Just like this, there are so many beliefs and ideas that each of us carry about wealth. Wealth is a huge responsibility. I cannot handle it. Whatever it may be. But it is because of these thought currents that you stop manifesting wealth. See, at least when you brag about your wealth, or if you say, okay, this much is there, and you brag about it. When you do this, your wealth, you actually try to create an identity. And you will be a little bit intelligent because there could be various reasons. One, because society would have given, or you would have learned a lot about lessons, a lot of lessons from the society, and you will also be more creative. Right? But if you are bragging about your poverty and you're creating an identity, that actually is the worst cunning identity that you can create. It is not creating wealth, it is a sin. Just like grabbing, stealing, and accumulating wealth is wrong, even creating a fake identity, bragging about the wealth and creating fake identity is also being poor, and it is a sin.
The third common belief all of us believe that handling wealth is more responsibility, right? We may feel uncomfortable. Whatever I want, I will not get it. Maybe you come to this conclusion by looking at some wealthy people who did not have any time for themselves, right? But we have more inadequate beliefs on wealth, such as making money is a sin. Create as much wealth as you can. Celebrate it. Share it. Wealth consciousness is high creativity with high responsibility. Wealthy people work smart, not hard. See, don't be too lazy to bend your body and mind to realize your dreams. Read the stories of any famous millionaire today. You will see that wealth does not come from a genie in a bottle. No. You have to take some responsibility for it. You have to be worthy of it. Wealth serves for those who are wealthy in their very consciousness. Only those who feel, only those who believe that they are wealthy in their consciousness. Wealth naturally follows.
See, anything that you cognize, you create a certain energy field about your cognition, and you attract those type of situations, those type of people, everything around you to make that cognition into a reality. And all you need is will persistence. When you decide, like your decision that you are not going to give up your intention, that is will persistence. So when you make a will, you'll actually be able to even repair the mental patterns. The different mental patterns that we go through, your inner mental patterns, it goes on affecting you. But you always tell that I'm too busy to repair myself. And it is like sitting in a broken car, and you go on by rotating the handle, by pushing and pulling the gears. You do whatever you want, but you are not going to move. Even 1 inch, you're not going to move. And then, like somebody says, why don't you repair your broken car? You are not moving. Then the first reaction you say, no, no, no. I am too busy to repair. I can't get down and repair because I'm hurriedly going to some place. That's addressed to be right. Your car is not moving, it is broken. The only way to move forward is by repairing it. But you decide, like you're saying, no, 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 I'm not going to repair. How many of you are understanding? Any questions?
How you can understanding this? The common beliefs we carry about wealth, right? First and fundamentally, we need to correct the beliefs we carry and create a strong will persistence you want to manifest in them. Swamiji says very beautiful in the recent satsang, Swamiji is revealing the Navatattvas, right? Swamiji says very beautifully, fundamentally, any problem you're having in your life, any problem manifesting in your life, the only reason why it's manifesting for you is will. Will. If you fix your will, right? If you fix the will, any problem can be solved. Come what may, you will be able to manifest. You will be able to come out of any situations. Now, to all the participants, we are going to be understanding from Swamiji. What exactly is awakening the well consciousness in us? What is the key secret of attracting wealth in life? What do we need to do? As all of us were understanding, right, like one by one, so the beliefs we carry about wealth is very natural. And all the common beliefs we carry. And fundamentally, all of us understood the beliefs we carry in us, because what we believe in, we actually manifest that, not what we decide. And it is only the pure will persistence we can manifest what we want to do. Very beautifully in this revelation, Swamiji will be elaborately expanding the secret for attracting wealth. What is it that you need to do? Manifest wealth.
Looking back, the gap between your desire and your cognitions, how you started perceiving wealth, money, how you started perceiving. I can tell you a small story. First time, how I was introduced to money and started interacting with money. I still remember my 3rd birthday. My father has given me a Ganesha who actually ate food. If you have read my biography, you would have read the incident. If you are interested, you can go to YouTube where I have narrated the whole story. I was given that Ganesha as a gift and I was so curious and busy with playing with the deity. And then in Indian village we have a habit, all the family elders will give coins on the birthday as a gift to the kids. So I was sitting and playing with my Ganesha and all the family elders came. I am supposed to bow down to them. It's a tradition. So I touch their feet and they will give money. A lot of money got collected. Must be some 70-80 rupees. In those days it's a big money, and for a kid it's a too big money. And it was too much of coins and notes, so my father helped me to pack the whole thing in a hand key. So I looked at him and asked, what should I do with this? He said, you can buy whatever you want. I said, I don't need anything. I only wanted this Ganesha. You already gave it to me. I don't need anything. He said, then you can give it to anybody you want. So I just called all my cousins, brothers, everyone was playing. I grew up in a large joint family. 27 of us grew up together. So it's almost like a one school, small school. So all of them were playing. I called in my loud voice, hey, anybody wants, come and take this money. I don't want it. So 4 or 5 kids were running and my elder brother ran fast and took the whole thing, whole hand key. My father told me to tell my elder brother to share everyone, to share with all. I said, I have decided I don't want. And I said, whoever wants, take it. So he took it. How can I interfere in this after that? It's up to him. I will not even interfere, giving any further instruction to how they should share or who should share and all that. I said I don't want. That's my first relationship with money. I still see very clearly that's the same relationship. Still I don't touch money. I don't handle. Never felt the need. Anyhow, I am not saying this should be your pattern or this should be your... I am just giving you an example how I started relating with. So now dig out how you started relating with money. That was actually my completion with money. I touched first time money only to give dana. Still I am doing the same thing. Still I touch money only to give dana. How you cognized money, wealth, what all your perceptions and beliefs and cognitions about money. Let's dig out. Let's get them out first. The moment you remember money, does it bring tremendous pain, suffering, impossibility, all that in you? What is the emotion or energy it invokes in you? So put your pen to paper and just keep writing whatever comes to your mind. If you feel tortured, irritated, the moment you think of money, whatever you think, money is difficult, money is impossible, money is, unless you cheat, you can't get the money. Even if you cheat it, somebody will cheat from you. So much goes on inside you about money. Your incompletions with money. Just spend few minutes and let's dig out all the incompletions, mental patterns we have, perceptions, beliefs and cognitions we have about money. Listen, the first step we need to do now, cleaning up, completing these mental thought patterns, the incompletion patterns related to wealth, and stopping them from recurring. Please understand. Biggest problem is when you do not recognize something as a pattern, it continues to exist in you and recur. Please understand. Recurring, for example, today you remember, yes, I have a lot of incompletions and patterns. Incompletion means, let me define. Your past sitting in your present, not letting you live your future is incompletion. It has no logic. Because you lost love of somebody, you decide never to love again. It has no logic. Tons of negative decisions, cognitions you make about life is incompletion. I'll give you one small example. 8-year-old kid is in the classroom, teacher asks, who is the first Prime Minister of India? The kid jumps on the bench and shouts, Mahatma Gandhi. Naturally, the whole class laughs. Because Mahatma Gandhi is not, neither is Mahatma nor is first Prime Minister. Okay, let's leave it. When the whole class laughs, she decides never to come in the front, jump up and be active. Even after 50 years, if she becomes a CEO of a company, in the team meeting, she will be telling her ideas to somebody else and somebody else will be presenting. Even if she is the head of the meeting, she will continue to suffer the decision she made at the age of 8. How many of you see this is happening even in your life, in some form? That is what I call incompletion. Understand, there is a very powerful science by Sadashiva in Agama. Sadashiva is the first Guru, Adi Guru. He explains in Agama, of course, the moment I utter this word, many will have many questions. What? Sadashiva? He was supposed to be God. Was he Guru? He was supposed to be energy. Was he teaching? Let me be very clear. He is the pure consciousness beyond time and space, but he also assumed form within the time and space. The formless came in form many times and taught the great spiritual truths to the world. We should not even use the word was. Is the right word. He gives a beautiful science of completing with this incompletion patterns, known, unknown. Understand, if you know the reason for certain pattern, it is called known pattern. If you don't know, it is unknown pattern. Sometimes you will have a heaviness, suffocation, but you don't even know why. That is unknown pattern. Sometimes you know why you are going through what you are going through. That is known pattern. Known or unknown, you can complete. You can be out of it. It is possible. It is possible. I'll explain this science of completion. Understand, this one technique can help you whether you want to get rid of your headache or your whole ignorance and get into enlightenment. Whether you want as simple as healing your headache or as complicated as enlightenment. Anything, this one technique can give you. This one technique, it is a complete end-to-end, alpha to omega. It's from Sadashiva directly. In the Agama, 94th verse, 22nd technique. The chapter is called Shivajnanopanishad and also called as Vijnana Bhairava. Chittatyanta kritir nasti mamantar bhavayet iti vigalpanam abhavena vigalpair uchito bhavet. You don't have to remember. I am uttering every time so that I will remember. That's all. No, it is just to keep the purity of the teaching. I want all of you to know Whatever I am sharing with you is my personal enlightenment experience, which is in tune with the earlier master's experience. My Apta Pramana, my Atma Pramana in tune with the Apta Pramana, means the earlier masters, the Shastra Pramana. Only that can become your Sakshi Pramana. Never learn from a person who does not have Atma Pramana, enlightenment. He will be only Pandit, repeating. Same way, never learn from a person who claims yes, enlightenment, but does not keep his experience in tune with the Shastra Pramana and shares with you. It's always dangerous. Maybe it must have been good for him, but we don't know whether it is good for all of you. The Atma Pramana should always be acid washed with Apta Pramana, Shastra Pramana. Only that can become Sakshi Pramana, experiential reality for you. Never learn from anybody who has only knowledge, not experience. Same way, never learn from somebody who claims having only experience and does not connect, purify, make it in tune with the Shastra and presents it to you. There is always a danger. If you don't bother about the Shastra Pramana, you may be having kakka biryani. Be careful. Listen. To keep the purity of the teachings, I keep the original Sanskrit verses. I'll give you the translation now. Consciously feel within the mind stuff of past memories of incompletion with its activities as mind, intellect and ego not existing in me. By contemplating this way in your inner space, disidentify from the past impressions and memories of completion. Put your active attention at the space of past happening. Relive these imagined impressions and memories of incompletion. Then the mind stop having fully ceased from its present characteristics of forming thought patterns and cognitions is complete. Thus you become complete and achieve the original space of complete completion. Listen. Now I will explain. I have read out the translation. I will explain what to do. Now you wrote many of the patterns, incompletions, thought currents you are having about money, ideas, cognitions you developed about money from the young age. Do only one thing. Just go back to that same age when the incidents happened in you, the cognition started building in you, the beliefs started building in you, the idea started building in you, the perception started building in you. Relive the same situation. I am not asking you just remember. Remembering means, for example, something happened at the age of 7 which is still hurting you about money. You asked 1 rupee from your uncle and he did not give, but he gave it to his son. It's still sitting and hurting. If now you are 47, this happened 7. You being 47-year-old person and remembering what happened at the age of 7 is remembering. Forget you are 47. Forget who you are now. You may be having millions. Just become that 7-year-old who asked and did not receive. For you that 1 rupee must have been almost life. I have seen people They develop even wheezing when they were not given as simple as a chocolate or a ice cream by their friend or family or brother. I've seen. Because for a child, it may be life. Just go back, forget who you are now. Become that person. When that incident happened, relive. Just see what has happened at that time. You will see many of the unknown, suppressed emotions will break. And I tell you, many diseases will be healed. I have seen people walking out of tumors, cancers, asthma, wheezing, just by completion. Because many of your diseases have their roots in some of the incompletions of the past. When you relive, many pain parts in you breaks. Pain bodies collapse. The pain patterns melt down, which completes many other issues which you don't even remember. I have seen when people do completion, to complete the wealth-related incompletions, suddenly they get into health, because the same incompletions which created wealth issues only were creating health issues. When they melt down, people become free even from both. Listen carefully. I'll repeat once more. Now you would have written so many patterns, incompletions, thought currents, ideas, cognitions. Take few minutes. Go back to each incident, each pain, each hurting. Relive. 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 Don't justify what happened. Don't try to console yourself. No consolation will work. No justification will work. Neither help others nor try to help yourself. Just relive. I have seen when somebody has tears, others try to console. No, relax. You are not more compassionate than me. Let me do that job. You don't interfere in my job. Let you just go through. Even you don't try to console yourself. That is not going to work. If something has to break inside, let it break. It's okay. When you relive, the powerlessness, incompletion, loses power over you. I'll guide you step by step. And I commit with you, I'll lead you all to completion. And I know how to awaken, trigger the incompletions in you and break them. Help you to relive and relieve. I am supporting all of you. Have courage. Let's clean up.
Nithyananda. That was a beautiful session on the importance on and what wealth is. And as today all of us are getting prepared for the beautiful darshan of Bhagavan Venkateshwara, where all of us will be initiated to actually manifest that wealth consciousness in us. How we can manifest wealth in us. See, actually, it's just a decision to drop all the myths that you carry about wealth and only cherish the right cognitions about wealth. And actually, now we will all be going through, we'll be taking you through the different offerings. Actually, for Bhagavan Venkateshwara, there are various beautiful offerings that you can offer your gratitude through. And you can just be free from all the incompletions that you are holding on to, which restrict you from manifesting wealth. And you can start manifesting the wealth consciousness in you and start manifesting wealth in your life. And one of the most significant offerings, the most beautiful offerings, is the offering of Niluvu Topadi. So this beautiful offering, it's actually a beautiful tradition in the Tirumala Tirupati temple. And it's called the Niluvu Topadi. And in this ritual, in this offering, it is where the devotees of Bhagavan Venkateshwara offer whatever they have, whether it is money, whether it is gold, whether it is jewels, whatever they have, they offer in the hundi as an offering. And their incompletions and their karmas along with that gold and the jewelry, they offer it at the feet of Venkateshwara.
Nilavatupudi is an ancient custom still practiced where devotees offer the ornaments that he or she is wearing at the time of visit the temple into the temple hundi out of their gratitude to Bhagavan Venkateshwara. At the time of disaster or grief, the pledge taken by the devotees are said to be fulfilled like this once their struggles are past.
So it's actually a very beautiful tradition. And it is usually offered when your loved ones or you have severe health troubles like heart attacks, or even to save a life from an unexpected dangerous accident that puts life into risk, and also as a prayer. One who offers the Niluvutopadi prays to Bhagavan Venkateshwara that I am leaving all the dharmas and all the material desires. Hence, please protect me from these problems.
Very beautifully, the Pular Navatantra, chapter 12, verse 53, it says, Gurutva dharaye deham tadartha dhanamarjayet Dijapranam parityaja guru karya samachare. Meaning, bear the body for the sake of Guru, acquire wealth for the sake of Guru. Understand? Bear the body for the sake of Guru, acquire wealth for the sake of Guru. It's actually a very beautiful offering, the Nilavatupidi offering. So, also in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 66, Bhagavan Krishna says, Sarva dharmam parityaja mamekam sharanam raja aham tva sarva papebhyo moksha yeshyami samasusha. Meaning, abandon all varieties of dharmas and simply surrender unto me alone. Whatever you can, whatever right, bad, all the things you carry in your life, all the abundant, all the varieties of dharma you carry, simply surrender that unto me alone. I shall liberate you from all sinful reactions and not fearable. It's actually a very beautiful verse taken from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verse 66.
See, actually, during this ritual of the Niluvutopadi, people seek blessings from Bhagavan Venkateshwara for all kinds of any unfulfilled desires. that and wants that and things that they want to get through, the difficulties of life and matters, all of that, whatever they want blessings for, they can seek the blessings from him by offering the Nilutopadi. And it is actually another part of this is the Mukubadi, which is like giving in return. The Nilutopadi offering, which is offering to the Lord whatever they wear on the body, especially jewels. So the Mukubadi, that is giving the jewels, whatever you wear. And it is believed that by doing so, they get blessed by Bhagavan Venkateshwara. You get blessed by Bhagavan Venkateshwara and get relieved psychologically. And it is so strongly believed that in the case of failing or neglecting the offerings to the Lord, he would even make them offer with interest. Fine. And that is why Venkateshwara, Balaji, is also named otherwise as Vadi Kas Siluvadu, like he who collects interest for the conscious offerings.
Thus, these are the various different forms of offerings through which people seek blessings from Bhagavan Venkateshwara, the Kali Yuga Deva, Lord of the present Yuga.
And Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has opened, out of his most deepest compassion for all of us, has opened the opportunity for thousands of devotees to offer and be relieved from the topadi, the karmic and incompletions that we hold on to. And today, Swamiji is blessing us, will be gracing us in the Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan as Bhagavan Venkateshwara and accepting our offerings and liberating us from the karmas and the different incompletions that we are holding on to. And the procedures, the way how you can offer the Nilutopadi is actually you can dress yourself as Bhagavan Venkateshwara, adorn yourself with all the gold, the silver, and other jewels that you have. Have the darshan of Bhagavan Venkateshwara, looking at your best as you have the darshan. And of course, the offering of Nilutopadi, the cost for this offering is any amount wished by the Yajman, by you, whoever is interested in offering. And the offering can be any gold, jewelry, precious gems. And the offering of Nilutopadi may also help in removing all the karmas of lifetimes, as by dropping the various attachments that we surrender ourselves at the feet of Bhagavan Venkateshwara. So the Nilutopadi also, when you wish to send the offerings, like you can actually head to when you wish to send the offerings, you can actually you can sign up and our team will contact each of you and help you for the further processes of how you can offer this seva.
So after that, the first step is, so after that, you tie the Nilutopadi offering in a cloth. And you place it in front of Swamiji's photo as soon as the darshan is over. So once you see Swamiji, as soon as darshan is over, we remove all the jewel you're wearing, place it in the white cloth, tie it, keep it in front of Swamiji's photograph, keep it in front of Swamiji's Atmamurti. And so after the darshan is over, you can spread out a clean piece of cloth, preferably white in color, in front of Swamiji's Atmamurti. Now, from the space of abundance, remove all the jewelry that you want to offer to Swamiji, to Bhagavan Venkateshwara, and place them one by one in an organized manner. And you can take a photo of all your jewels neatly arranged in the cloth.
And once you have taken the photo of all the jewels and you've uploaded them in the form where you will be submitting and offering the whatever you want to offer, put them together in the cloth and tie the cloth with 3 knots securely. And place the cloth with the jewels in your puja room or in the locker safely. And do not touch them after this. As once the three knots are put, it contains your karmas. So do not remove the knots. Do not touch it. And we will be very happy to receive. You can offer your offering, your gratitude to Swamiji. And you can, our team will also reach out to you of how you can career it and for the further processes for offering your gratitude through the negative opening. And now, let us get ready for the most awaited time, where all of us will actually be preparing ourselves for the darshan. I request all the participants who are not on camera to please come on camera, settle down, close your eyes. Please sit straight, close your eyes. Of gratitude. Continue to remain in the pure meditative space as we get ready to receive the darshan of Bhagavan Venkateshwara. Sustain anything, cannot destroy anything. Out the pure space of gratitude. As it is the most beautiful darshan us from as Bhagavan Venkateshwara. The restricting factors for the Lord. But the beautiful just stop hovering at the space. Sit in a pure space of silence and space of pure meditation, space of pure gratitude. Breathing and breathing as slowly as possible and as deeply as possible. The thoughts that may be coming, just drop it its energy and be aware of how the thoughts are flowing in, how it is getting created, how it is getting sustained, and how it is getting destroyed. somewhere and what is it? Is there a relationship? What is seeing this is the first person? And find this.